The headlines. After long medical battle, Governor Akeredolu of Ondo State dies in Lagos at 67. Condemnation across board over Plateau killings, with 155 confirmed dead in Christmas attacks. 20 killed in Rivers oil pipeline explosion. Congo opposition parties plan Wednesday election protests despite ban. Hello there, compliments of the season. Good afternoon and welcome to Trust News Update. I'm Abdullahi Ahmed. In a solemn development, Ondo State Governor Rotimi Akeredolu has died at the age of 67. The governor took his last breath in Lagos on Wednesday morning under the care of State House doctors unable to be transferred abroad due to health constraints. Now, Governor Akeredolu's health battles trace back to his return to Nigeria in September this year, including a prolonged medical leave in Germany. Now, he recently embarked on another medical leave, adhering to President Bola Tinubu's directive to cede authority to his deputy, Lucky Aiyedatiwa. In another development, Nigeria mourns the passing of former Speaker of the House of Representatives, Gali Umar Nabba, who has died in Abuja at the age of 65. A prominent figure in Nigerian politics, Nabba served as Speaker from 1999 to 2003, leaving an indelible mark on the nation's legislative history. His death follows a prolonged battle with illness, marking the end of an era in Nigeria's politics. Born on September 27, 1958, Nabba played a pivotal role in shaping Nigeria's current political landscape. His affiliation with the People's Democratic Party and representation of the Kano Municipal Federal Constituency during 1999 general elections are noteworthy chapters in his illustrious career. The late Nabba's funeral arrangements are set to adhere to Islamic rites as Nigerians pay tribute to a political icon. In other news, President Bola Tinubu on Tuesday condemned the attack in Plateau State, describing it as heinous. Gunmen had stormed over 23 communities in Bokos and Barikin Ladi local government areas of the state on Christmas Eve, killing over 100 people. Several houses were set ablaze by the attackers on Sunday. Now, the gun-wielding attackers also looted farm produce, destroying properties as they butchered residents. No group has yet claimed responsibility for the tragic attack. Reacting to the incident, President Tinubu ordered security agencies to arrest the perpetrators of the attack. The president also directed the immediate mobilization of relief resources for surviving victims of the primitive and cruel attacks, as well as medical treatment for the wounded. In a related development, the Northern Governors Forum, led by Governor Inoyaya of Gombe State, has strongly condemned the recent attacks in Plateau State, which has resulted in the tragic loss of over 100 lives. Describing the assault as reprehensible and disheartening, the forum calls for swift action to bring the attackers and the masterminds to justice. The Northern Governors commend Governor Caleb Muftuang of Plateau State for providing the needed leadership in the aftermath of the attacks. While expressing gratitude for the timely response of security operatives, Governor Inoy emphasized the importance of swiftly addressing the root causes to prevent further occurrences. Plateau State, known for its ethnic and religious diversity, has been plagued by intercommunal conflicts, and the Northern Governors highlight the need for concerted efforts to provide peace and harmony across the region. Also, Christian Association of Nigeria strongly condemns the Christmas Eve attacks in Plateau State communities, describing them as heinous crimes that pose a threat to the nation's harmony and shared values. The president of the Christian Association of Nigeria, Archbishop Daniel Oko, issued a statement expressing solidarity with the victims during the time of grief. While commending the joint police and military task force for their efforts, Archbishop Oko stresses the importance of proactive security measures to prevent future occurrences. CAN appeals for peace and unity among indigents of Plateau State, emphasizing the need for support to the affected communities with relief materials. The assault on these communities is a stark reminder of the challenges posed by intercommunal conflicts, and the Christian Association of Nigeria is calling on security agencies to intensify efforts in maintaining law and order. Staying with developments in Plateau State, the city of Jos, the capital of Plateau State, is currently gripped with distress following the tragic incidents in the villages of Bokos and Barikiladi local government areas of the state. As Trust TV continues to follow the developments, Ado Musa reports from Jos on the profound impact of the recent attacks, casting a shadow over the Christmas celebrations in the state as the government takes decisive actions to prevent further escalation of violence across volatile areas. His report.
These attacks unfolded at a critical time when Christians in the state were gearing up for Christmas festivities. Trust TV reached out to residents of the affected communities, revealing a somber atmosphere where the spirit of Christmas has been overshadowed by fear and sadness. Many have been forced to abandon their homes in search of safety, significantly impacting the joyous celebration of Christmas in Jos.
Honestly, I'm not happy with what is going on in Plateau State, around Bokos, Mangu. And they kill many people, our parents, our brothers and sisters. We are not happy, and they not celebrate the Christmas. And this is the new month that we are celebrating it very well. So definitely government supposed to take serious thing about it.
So according to, let's say, my take pertaining this killing, you know, both the religious, the Islam and the Christianity does not encourage killing. And in a festive season like this, to kill almost 100 persons. So you see, it's not fair. It's not fair, sincerely speaking. So it's not fair.
So this what happened, is it yesterday? It was very unfortunate. Honestly, we are not happy with what happened. Especially people are coming out to celebrate their Christmas. And it was very unfortunate. It was very unfortunate. May their soul rest in peace. Make the government interfere for such things so that it will not be happening again. Because this thing has been happening some years back. Then there was no any action that has been taken for so long.
The Christian Association of Nigeria and Mieti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria have also weighed in on the situation, offering insights into potential solutions to curb the recurrent attacks.
As far as I'm concerned, this killing that is still going as I'm talking, is still a split over of this farmer harder crisis. And secondly, we see it as land grabbing too, because we see the kind of killings that is going on. All the surrounding villages within Bokos, definitely they have to call the people together to sit down. You need to call the various groups that are involved in that matter. If you know them, you come and sit down with them and say, which way forward? They are the one to provide the solution. Your own should sit down and say, where are we heading to? But the situation that we have on ground now, we call, I remember the past government, they will call stakeholders meeting, they will finish, it ends there. The real people that have been troubled, they don't know anything. In fact, the message is not being passed to them.
Justice should be done. Equity should be given to everybody. No discrimination, no oppression, no hatredness, no bias in operations, and so on and so forth. If these have been given rightly, I strongly believe we'll be in peace. No, you can't call me a stranger when I live in a particular place for over 200 years. in my clan. I've been there for quite a long time, for over 200 years.
The recent wave of violence has been linked to a clash between herders and cattle rustlers, which escalated from Bakos and Mangu to numerous villages in Bakos and Barikiladi, resulting in a tragic loss of lives and properties. As a sense of anguish grows across the Plateau State, security measures are being put in place to maintain law and order. Ado Musa, Trust TV News, Jos.
And in Kaduna State, in the aftermath of the tragic drone attack that claimed the lives of hundreds of people, the residents of Tudimbiri community are showcasing their strength and resilience as they come together to celebrate this year's Christmas festivity. Despite the lingering trauma, the community is demonstrating an unwavering bond of love and unity that transcends the adversity they faced weeks ago. Here's Bello Musa with this report.
Christmas unfolds in Tudimbiri, and the subdued celebration is not a reflection of economic challenges, but rather the lingering trauma from the recent drone attack. Yet, within the walls of Nagrata Baptist Church, Tudimbiri, Christian faithful gather for worship, guarded by local vigilantes standing watch. Indeed happy that we are celebrating Christmas today. In the past, on Christmas Day, we use a dengon as a knockout to celebrate the day. But this year, because we are afraid after the drone incident, we decided not to.
We are celebrating Christmas in agony this year as a result of the bombing incident. We're traumatized.
Even in the face of adversity, Muslims from Tudimbiri joined the service, exemplifying a gesture that goes beyond religious boundaries, extending felicitations to their Christian neighbors. We are happy celebrating with Christians on Christmas Day. They are our neighbors. We live in peace with them. We don't segregate in this community. They celebrate Salah with us, and we also celebrate Christmas with them. The commissioner overseeing the Ministry of Internal Security, Samuel Arwan, conveys the governor's message to Tudimbiri, assuring them of unwavering government support during these challenging times.
And I also assure them that all the promises that the federal and state governments have made, we are going to ensure that everything that we promise comes to fruition.
Despite the recent incident, the people express heartfelt appreciation for this timely gesture, acknowledging the challenges the community is currently navigating. In the past, we celebrated Christmas with fear due to attack by criminals. While we celebrate in the church, we used to station people at different locations should they monitor suspicious movements. We are satisfied with the measures government is taking. However, when the soldiers were here, we slept with two eyes closed, but now we are living in fear. We need permanent security personnel stationed in our community. We are appealing to government to improve security here and also to fulfill its promise because we are farmers living in the village. In the face of adversity, Tudimbiri stands united, displaying a remarkable resolve to navigate through the darkness, hand in hand with the government. The Christmas celebration in Tudimbiri echoes the resilience and solidarity that exists among the inhabitants. As the community comes together to celebrate Christmas, they not only honor their faith, but also affirm their commitment to unity and mutual support in the wake of adversity. Bello Musa, Trust TV News, Kaduna.
Now, as the scourge of abduction continues to cast a dark shadow across Kaduna State as gunmen abduct retired priest Reverend Philibus Bamai of Ekwa Church, demanding the sum of 1 million naira ransom for his release. Reverend Bamai, who retired from service on December 17 this year after clocking 65 years of retirement age, was abducted on Sunday at 12:50 midnight at his home. According to a source, the cleric was carried away while his wife was severely beaten with a stick and left with a cut on her head as well as bruises on her back. The kidnapping across the community has grown recently, with kidnappers demanding 5 million naira ransom for his release, adding that as of Monday, they have reduced the ransom demand to just 1 million naira. So far, about 300,000 naira has been mobilized from the community as members call on security agencies to beef up security in the area to protect lives and properties. And in Rivers State, over 20 people are feared dead in a devastating crude oil explosion that rocked Omoku community in Rivers State over the weekend. The incident occurred at a waterside in the oil-rich South State, leaving several individuals with varying degrees of burns. The lack of a clear cause adds to the uncertainty around the tragic event. Now, conflicting reports suggest that the explosion resulted from distributing stolen crude or tapping an unguarded pipeline. The incident underscores the risks and challenges associated with oil-producing regions, calling for a comprehensive investigation to determine the cause and prevent further incidents. The affected individuals are currently receiving medical attention at various hospitals in Omoku town, with the community grappling with the aftermath of the unforeseen disaster. Well, you're watching the news update on Trust TV. Coming up ahead, no money, no gifts on Boxing Day as economic challenges subdue celebrations. More on this and many other stories up ahead after the break. Welcome back to the news. Thank you very much for staying with us. Here's a quick reminder of our top stories. After a long medical battle, Governor Akeredolu dies in Lagos hospital at the age of 67. Condemnation across board over Plateau killings, with over 150 confirmed dead in Christmas attacks. Talking politics now, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, is gearing up for the upcoming February 3rd, 2024 by-elections by releasing a comprehensive timetable outlining the schedule of activities for contestants for senatorial, House of Representatives and State Assembly seats. The party, through its National Organizing Secretary Umar Bature, disclosed key details including the commencement of sale of nomination forms, as well as expression of interest and delegate forms for December 28, 2023 to January 3rd, 2024. Now, the primary elections are slated for January 9th, 2024, as the PDP seeks to fill vacancies resulting from the resignation or demise of members of the National and State Houses of Assembly. The party is pegging the price for the expression of interest form as well as nomination forms at 3.5, 2.5 million and 600,000 naira for the Senate, House of Representatives and House of Assembly seats respectively. Special considerations, according to the PDP, have been made for female aspirants, persons living with disabilities and members of the youth demography below 40 years, offering discounted rates on nomination forms. Now, in the midst of the Christmas festivity, Boxing Day holds a special place as a symbol of unity among Nigerians. On this day, people from various religious and tribal backgrounds come together to exchange gifts, emphasizing shared values that bind them together. In this report, Trust TV's Ibrahim Ismail explores the sentiments of Abuja residents on the significance of Boxing Day traditions and its impact in fostering national unity.
A tradition originating from the United Kingdom, Boxing Day is globally celebrated on the 26th of December following Christmas. In Nigeria, this day takes on a unique meaning marked by acts of generosity and togetherness. In Abuja, residents share their perspectives on the essence of Boxing Day.
It's a day that it is very memorable for everybody, because when you talk about boxing, it's actually a day after Christmas where people get to open the gifts they receive on 25th of December, which is Christmas Day. So Boxing Day is just about opening your gift, sharing gifts with your loved ones and every other person.
If you share gifts, it's not like only on this day, like every normal day you can share gifts because it makes people happy. I think it will make the society better.
The significance of gift giving, especially in times of celebrations, can solidify bonds across ethno-religious divide in a country like Nigeria that is struggling to restore and rebuild cohesion and the national social fabric.
We are one in life, because in life, if you are there, first thing that will happen to you, you will not go and meet, before your family come, is your neighbors that will appear before you. Do you understand me? So I don't discriminate. I took everybody, both the Muslims, the Christians, as one blood.
I shared food, I shared money, so I visited friends. Even those that are in the hospital, I visited them yesterday. And today, I just decided to hang out with my friends here in the park.
Boxing Day symbolizes the generosity that unites our nation. Festivities like Christmas and Eid promote religious tolerance, echoing across Nigeria's diverse landscape.
Thank God I'm a Christian, but I have many Muslims, other religions behind me. We share everything together. When you come to my house yesterday, you will notice that I'm not somebody that divide. I don't do any division. There's no division in my life. I give whoever I need. Whoever that is very closer to me, I give to me. I don't know. I don't want to know whether you're a Christian, whether you're a Muslim, because I know that is what I suppose God said I should do.
As the sun sets on Boxing Day, it leaves behind a test of generosity and unity. For Nigerians, giving goes beyond tradition. It's a cultural harmony resonating in everyday life that is part of the Nigerian spirit. Ibrahim Ismail, Trust TV News, Abuja.
Well, let's turn to developments on the international scene now. Despite a ban by authorities and early results indicating a substantial lead for the incumbent, the chaotic presidential election in the Democratic Republic of Congo, opposition candidates are determined to match in the capital on Wednesday. Martin Fayulu, a prominent challenger to President Felix Tshisekedi, affirmed the opposition would proceed with the demonstration alleging election irregularities. Now, the decision comes amid claims of fraudulent votes. Vice Prime Minister Peter Kazadi dismissed the march, stating it lacked legal basis and aims to undermine the ongoing work of the Election Commission compiling the results. The Democratic Republic of Congo frequently experiences unrest during election disputes, posing a risk of further destabilization in the continent's second largest country. The election was marred by delayed deliveries of election materials, malfunctioning equipment, and disorganized voting registers after a violent campaign. Criticism have been directed at the decision of the Election Commission, known as CENI, to extend voting at polling stations that failed to open on the designated election day. The protesters argue that this extension is unconstitutional and are demanding a complete rerun of the election. Independent observers have expressed concern, suggesting that the extension may compromise the credibility of the votes. Now, Super Falcons forward Azizat Oshoala and a board member of the Nigeria Football Federation, Aisha Falode, have urged stakeholders in the private and public sectors to invest more in Nigeria's women football in order to accelerate its development. The reigning African football queen and the former Nigeria Women's Football League boss made this call during the final of the 8th Football for Girls tournament organized annually by Azizat Oshoala. Now, after breaking out in 2014, Oshoala began the tournament in 2015 and has produced Falcon players Rashidat Ajibade and Gift Monday. NFF board member Falode also commended the quality of football during the tournament and expressed hope in the future of women's game. The former NFL boss, NWFL boss, also lauded Azizat Oshoala for giving back to the younger generation. Well, those are the latest news stories at this hour. Check back a little later for more news updates. For now, follow us across our social media platforms to catch up with more news and contents across our various platforms. My name is Abdullahi Ahmed. Thank you for watching. We'll see you soon.